Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So in this part of the series, we're going to be talking about continuing what you can do in Portugal, focusing on kind of recapping my trip from Lisbon. I forgot where I went. From Lisbon up to Porto. So I know it's been a while since I posted on my last thing. I know this channel is my travel vlog, etc. type of content. I had my wedding reception where I got completely blasted. Did Wolf of Wall Street. So if you want to check out some of that videos, I post some of that stuff on Instagram. I'll give a small snippet here.
I fucking leave it!
So yeah, things got wild, but basically getting right into the content, I just wanted to give a little shout out to kind of what I've been up to and some of the other stuff you can expect from the content I provide. And then also, if you're interested in more of the technology focused channel, that will be Blend Logic Tech, where I just did a buying guide to the MacBook Pro or MacBook Air. So be sure to check out that latest vid as well. So with that being said, let's just jump right into some of the recommendations for your Portugal visit. So if you guys are looking for kind of a holistic approach of what to do in Portugal, from my trip on the mainland, I took a bus from Lisbon, went to Evora. I covered that in my previous chapter, and then was able to take that bus all the way back from Evora, back through Lisbon, all the way up to Porto. It took about 6 hours to do that, and I recommend it. You take the bus system. It was only $15 about approximately per person. So we got all three of us go up into Porto, and that's where we stayed for about 2 weeks. So the first week was in the Salina hostel. It was really nice from a digital nomad perspective. Lots of people working. I would say it was not as great as the Lisbon one, because the working space area wasn't as big, and it was also a whole completely separate building. But besides that, in the actual area where you were staying, we had a private suite, which the windows kind of showcased right out to where there was a food area, and the food was really good at that particular Salina hostel. They partnered with a restaurant to give like probably the best chicken, the best salads that you get, so I highly recommend, even if you're not staying here, to check that out. And then in the latter week, we stayed at an Airbnb, which in hindsight, now that I've thought about this trip, we probably could have got away with staying at Airbnbs, because it was also really nice, and some of the Salina travel like pricing could actually add up. So with that pivot, let's pivot naturally into kind of the food options. Like I mentioned before, the Salinas was our home base for a week, and it was just so easy to just walk out the door, eat delicious food that cost you nothing but like $12 for a full meal. Something I'll say about Portugal in both Lisbon and Porto is that it was great in terms of the cost per living and how much food you get, in my opinion, and how flavorful and tasteful it was. So if anything, if you're a foodie and you're considering going to Portugal, definitely make that one of the reasons you go, and checking out some of the best spots to be in. So I just wanted to go over some of my timelines view. Again, I said that a lot of this traveling of stuff to do is just things that we personally did, so just reviewing Google timelines. I recorded a quick video to showcase some of the food spots we'll do. I'll try to also include any videos we took as well, besides just staring at this Google Maps thing. The De Norte Cafe was a nice place to go. It had great breakfast, good coffee, and it was a quaint setup. We had like good food over there, kind of just traditional brunch and coffee. We never actually went to the Feed Me Tacos place, which was around Salinas, but we did check out other places around that area. Here you can see on the timeline on the thing, we went to McDonald's one. You should check it out. It's the Imperial one. But then two, we went across the bridge, and you could get to the other side of the bridge. There was a street performer, and there was really good food at this restaurant. So I recommend checking out there. And there's just a traditional Portuguese dish, which is basically just like a ham and cheese sandwich with gravy poured on top. Really tasty. Definitely recommend you check it out. On this particular day, you can see with how I'm going through my timeline, a lot of it is just scrolling back and forth. But with the Victoria we checked out, it was probably one of the best food we had at that place. Very fresh tasting, very delicious, very yummy. So definitely be sure to check out this restaurant. And then of course I'll try to find some videos. You can see, look how fresh that pesto looks, and the with combined with the bananas, pancakes in the back. Very tasty, very awesome. Again, just some photos for you to see what the Porto dishes were like. Just literally right there, right outside. If you stay at the Salinas, you could just get this awesome food, just walking up and just chilling. The next spot was Zenith that I recommend checking out. It was good Mexican type food with bananas. That's what we ordered. It's very good, very yummy. So yeah, that was about it. By that time, in August 26th, we had already head out of the area. So we had just kind of already traveled. So in my opinion, hopefully all those photos, the timeline saw just how a Porto trip could be. It's very city-like, so if you're remote traveling and you're staying in Salinas or staying in an Airbnb, you could just feel free to just like work on Eastern hours or whatever your hours are, and then have enough time to walk around the city, very walkable, and check out hit after hit after hit after hit. As long as you have Google Maps, you could just literally put in like food near me, and usually those reviews are the most accurate, and then you just hit it up and see what's out there. But those were the places that we did, and I would say from my experience, we couldn't really go wrong anywhere we chose. I'll leave you with one word of caution, is that a lot of the brunch areas do fill up quick, so be sure to either go at off hours or just be prepared to wait in line. So folks, hope you enjoyed this part of the Portugal travel itinerary review and just kind of what to do. I showed a lot of different b-roll there of other activities we did, such as the 7 bridges and just snippets of walking around. If you have any specific questions, just leave comments on what you've seen on the videos, and I'll be sure to reply and hopefully get you a more detailed itinerary if you're serious about going over there. The next part of this blog type update should be the Azores, which was an awesome time. We had so many different tours that we did, so I'm just gathering all that information so I can present it to you in kind of this style. And if you like this style of travel reviews or travel tips, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, you can check out some of the other stuff I do, which is teaching people how to do live looping, and then just general like day in the life, motivation, business development type stuff. So broad range of things that you could get from this thing, but as always, humans are nuanced creatures and have a lot to offer, not just myself but other YouTubers and stuff like that. So hopefully you enjoyed this content, and for you planning your Portugal trip, feel free to connect with me if you want to get more help planning or something of that nature. Hope to see you guys around. Take care.